First-year education, safety, and going back to school. The teachers union at Green Bay Area Public Schools wants Governor Evers to call off in-person school for now. Unions at all of the state's 5 largest districts have made that request. NBC 26's Eric Kress spoke with the president of Green Bay's Education Association.
Both Madison and Milwaukee's boards of education have decided the risks are too great for there to be in-person classes for students at the beginning of this fall. But the third largest district in the state, Green Bay, is considering allowing students back on a limited basis.
And we just want to make sure that before we are back with our students, that we make sure it's safe to do so.
The president of Green Bay's Education Association, Justin Delfas, represents nearly 1,400 teachers in Green Bay. He says many of the teachers are apprehensive about in-person teaching.
A lot of fear and anxiety and the unknowns. All of our teachers acknowledge that where they want to be is in the classroom. None of us went into education to teach through a computer screen.
This week, Delfas teamed up with the other 5 largest school district unions in the state to ask Governor Tony Evers to keep school buildings closed this fall and to teach classes virtually, all in an effort to slow the spread of COVID-19.
So cases continue to skyrocket, and that's with schools being closed. So our fear is if we open back up all of the schools, these numbers that are skyrocketing are going to get even worse.
New state guidelines for reopening schools this fall are merely suggestions, and local officials will ultimately decide the perimeters for bringing students back, according to Governor Tony Evers. Delfas says he knows this is a burden for families, and it's not a decision that teachers' unions are taking lightly.
It's really just come down to a safety issue.
Delfas says it's a decision that could change the course of the pandemic and could put thousands of teachers into a safer teaching environment.
They are just truly worried about their safety, their students' safety, and their family's safety. That's probably what I hear more than anything.
Foss hoping that 14 days of declining COVID-19 cases in our region could be the deciding factor in when to allow schools to reopen again. In Green Bay, Eric Kress, NBC 26.
And we reached out to the governor's office for comment. Again, that request went to Governor Evers, but we did not get a response. Green Bay's Board of Education is set to vote on the school district's plan for school coming up on August 3rd. And we want to know what you think. We do have a Facebook poll. We're asking, what do you think is the best model for schools? Online learning or in-person classes? And as far as what we're seeing right now, 63% of those who have responded say in person, 37% say online. We do want to know what you think. We'll update the results coming up at 10.